Welcome to the presentation. And they're filing in. Well, hello there, Kyle, Claudio. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the presentation. Okay, now that we've got everybody situated here, it looks like everybody's logged in, audio's working, the cameras that are coming on are on. So let's talk about what we're doing here. My name is Christopher C. Day, and I'm a small business investor, mentor, educator, and builder of many, many, many things. Today, we are here to talk about an investment opportunity that our company has designed for you, regular Joe. If you're joining us today, then you saw the ad, you saw the post. What we do is offer investment opportunities for regular, hardworking, blue collar American people. That's what it is. If you are a non-accredited investor, someone who doesn't make $200,000 to $300,000 a year, someone that doesn't have $1 million worth of net worth sitting around, this is for you. We've got a little treat for you today. We've focused on several different types of asset classes over the past several years, have done very well. We've been working with private equity, venture capital, that sort of thing. And we've really worked to bring an investment to the table that works for everyone. Most of the people that we have been in contact for majority of our lives are regular, hardworking, blue collar Americans who don't have 10, 20, 30, $40,000 laying around to be able to put into, a fund or to put into an investment. So, we said, well, how are we going to help those folks? How can we help our friends and family, the people who we actually care about, helping. And how are we going to be able to do that? Because they're not accredited. They can't join in these big major investment classes. They don't even have the money to do it, even if they did have the paperwork to back them up. It's just not possible for most of them. So we said, how are we able to put that together? Well, thankfully, we can now accept funding from multiple types of investors. And this particular asset class is a fixed rate note. What we're offering today takes the guesswork, takes the problems and most of the risk away from the equation, guys. Most average non-accredited investors just can't join in to these types of investment classes like a fund or these, even a high yielding savings account sometimes isn't even plausible for most folks. Where are you keeping your money? That's the question. Where do you keep your money right now? Are you keeping it in CDs? Are you keeping it in mutual funds? Are you keeping it in a savings account in your bank? And if that's what you're doing, which is, I think, most of America right now, just keeping it in the bank, keeping it in their checking account, keeping it in their savings account, what kind of interest are you getting on your money? Provided that you're able to leave it there. That's the whole thing. If you're able to leave it there, what kind of interest rates are you even getting? Look, guys, these are the averages here, all right? This is pulled this morning, as a matter of fact. Bank of America, 0.01% is what you're getting on your money. Wells Fargo, 0.01. U.S. Bank, 0.01. Chase Bank, 0.01. Look, and you got to have $100 just to get in Bank of America, 25 for the others here. I mean, then you've got your minimum requirements every month. You got to have a certain amount of money in there. You're getting penalized. If you're not spending a certain amount, you're getting penalized. I mean, there's all kinds of things here. So even on the high yielding accounts, you're looking at a 5.27% return on your money. I mean, that's just what we're looking at today, guys. That is what average Joe can do with their money. That's what you can do. If you've got a little bit, you don't have a lot, and all you can do is stick it in an account and let it grow. That is the type of return that you can expect right now. So, like I said, what rates are you getting? The national average, folks, is 0.57% APY. That's as of January 14th. This is today. This is today we pulled this up, right? That's amazing. So how can you guys get into something like this? How can you guys get into an asset class? How are you able to invest into businesses, invest into real estate, invest into larger deals when you're just not sitting on stacks of cash, when you're not sitting on a credit card that can let you just roll lines of credit around? How do you do that? Well, what we offer is a note investing. Now, what is note investing? It's real simple. I mean, you guys can read the deck. I will be sending this out to you guys, but for the most part, folks, it is a promissory note for a loan. Just like you do if you went and took out a mortgage, or if you went and got a car, or if you went and got anything else. It is a note saying that you are putting in, you're committing so much capital, and you'll be receiving payments and distributions over a period of time. That's what it is. It's exactly what it's called. Now, what we offer are fixed rate notes. Now we're getting to it. Just sit back with me and hang on. What are the benefits of note investing for a non-accredited investor? Well, I mean, there can be a lot of them, guys. Just diversification alone. The fact that you don't have a whole lot of disposable income or a whole lot of disposable capital, you generally can't stick it in too many places at one time. By investing in notes, you're able to kind of diversify that. So you may have some in real estate, you may have some in private equity, you may have some in venture capital. There's a lot of different types of notes that you can get into that we offer and other folks offer as well that allow you to invest as a non-accredited investor at a much lower rate, right? Now, what else is a benefit? What other benefits are there? Well, generally, you're looking at a regular income stream, right? That's what we're looking for. Everybody wants passive income, right? So you've got potential for high returns when you're invested in the types of things that we invest in. And it's a very short-term horizon, right? Let's get to it. Let's go look and see what some of these are, right? Some of them are asset-backed. Some of them are inflation hedged. And the beauty is they're all accessible to you, right? The non-accredited Joe. So let's roll around. Let's see what we've got down here. These are the types of fixed rate, high yield notes that the RWC investments are offering currently. On the low end, we've got a 3-year note. This is just to dip your toes in the investment world and see what it's about. Understand and learn how to stick your money somewhere and let it start growing at a much higher rate than you would if you had it in any kind of traditional bank account. You've got a 3-year note, right, which means that it matures in 3 years. This note does cost $5,000, and it yields a 9% yield, right? Annual percentage yield. So you're going to get 9% return on your money. And over a 3-year period, you're looking at a 27% return on your investment. It's a 127% complete return at maturity. Okay. Because at maturity, which is your 3-year time, you're able to redeem your original $5,000. Plus, you've been getting monthly distributions of your 9% interest for those previous 36 months. Therefore, what you would end up making is, I believe it's $6,350 off of $5,000. Now, that is on the low end. That's what we're looking at. That's if you just need to get your feet wet into an investment. That's where you'd want to go. Following that, we've got 5 and 10-year notes. Look, both of these are just $5,000 or $10,000. These are things that you can do with your income tax. There are things you can do if you sell the vehicle. There are things that you could do that, if you got a healthy bonus at the end of the year, you can stick a little bit here and stick a little bit there, right? These are the types of things that regular Joe can get into, right? For a little old $5,000 and $10,000, get in to make a real investment. Now, what type of a return are most people even looking at for a $5,000 or $10,000 buy-in? Matter of fact, I'm going to switch back over and look at you guys for a minute, just because I enjoy doing it. So what kind of return do you guys expect for, a $5,000 or $10,000, investment? That is the question. Well, I tell you what, I don't think I've started too many businesses for 5,000 or 10,000 that turned out to be a whole lot at the end of the year. That's the deal. It takes money to make money. That's the way that goes. Now, the beauty of this particular program is that you're able to come in at a small amount and you actually get a guaranteed return on your money, right? Isn't that beautiful? It's like you put in $5,000 today and you start getting a payment next month. We're not waiting 5 years. You're not waiting 10 years. You're not waiting any of that. It's you put the money in today, you start drawing your interest payments next month. In 36 months on that low end, you're going to be able to, that your note is at maturity and you're able to redeem that 5,000 on top of the other 1,350 you just made. Now remember, that's the low end. That's how you turn 5,000 into 6,350. That's how you do it. You're not going to do that in your savings account. You're not going to do that in your checking account. You're probably not going to do that trying to pick and choose the stocks that you think might go up. I mean, that's the whole deal there, guys. Do you want to just stick your money into some brand new startup that might go somewhere? that might be okay. Little risky, isn't it? Little risky. That's why we brought this to the table. We really wanted to help average Joe find an investment vehicle, an opportunity that he can get into legally, right? Easily, and without too much issue, and to have a fixed rate of return. You know, we've offered different offerings in the past that are like private equity funds, to where you get a distribution of profits, you know, quarterly. But you never know how much those profits are going to be. You never know what that percentage is going to be like. And in truth, most of the average Joes that we know, regular Joe, regular blue collar worker, right? They don't have the disposable liquid just to stick out there for a year or two or three or five or 10, hoping that they're going to get a return at the end, knowing that all investments are a risk, right? Because in truth, that's the thing. All investments are a risk. We just really try to mitigate those risks, right? And the way that we've decided to mitigate those risks are the type of assets that we underwrite and back, right? Now, what type of assets are those? We do two things for the most part. Well, two and three. We invest in small to medium sized businesses, and we provide real estate transactional lending. Those are the two things that we do to generate revenue within this organization. So we've got another folk wanting to pop on in. Guess we ought to let them in. There you are. So that's kind of what we do. We focus on purchasing businesses, small to medium sized businesses that generate an annual gross revenue between $1 and $5 million, okay, a year, and have a pass through income to the owners, right, of somewhere between $250,000 and $500,000. As long as we're in that profit margin of $250,000 to $500,000 pass through, then we know that we can offer the proper return to our investors. So therefore, those are the only things that we invest in. We don't buy distressed businesses. We don't buy failing companies. We don't get someone out of a bind because they're, you know, in a bad way. No, that's not what we do. We find profitable companies that have been in business for between 5 to 10 years minimum, and then have shown a profit on their tax returns, right? Not just in their little old QuickBooks, but on their tax returns for the last consecutive 3 years. Now, as long as we do that, we believe that the risk is completely, you know, minimized for ourselves and for our investors. The beauty of these types of transactions are they create immediate cash flow, right? Immediate injections of funds as the business is already profitable and already operational, already have full operational and management teams in place. That is the number one thing that we invest in. The second thing that we invest in are real estate transactional loans. That we provide to buyers, sellers, and wholesalers in the real estate industry. At this time, we do focus locally within the San Antonio and surrounding area, only because when I'm dealing with money, giving it to people, I don't like to do it with people that I can't ever see. That's all there is to it. I like to protect the funds of the people who join in our organization, the people that invest with us, and I think that's the safest way to do it, is stick with what you know, and what I know is local transactions. That's what I like to do. Now, what type of transactional lending do we provide? We provide earnest money deposits. We provide gap funding, double closures, that type of thing. An A to B and a B to C type transaction will help fill those gaps and provide those loans necessary. Now, the reason that we focus on those types of loan products is the minimum risk. In truth, the risk is so minimized that by the time we go to title and escrow, the waivers have been signed, and if something just goes south and the deal doesn't go through, we at least recoup our own investment, right? So, you know, the time period on that, we're looking at anywhere from, you know, 15 to 45 days on average, you know, to close. That's if everything is not great. 10 to 15 days is general for close. You got your inspection period. Once that's over with, you know, we close on that and we get paid. So the fund generates income. Now, how do you get paid? How's that going to work? What type of product is right for you? Let's switch back over to the little screen share here, and we're going to go over a few of the things that we do offer, okay, so that you guys are aware of the different products that we have. We'll go back over them. Now that you understand what it is that we offer, It is a fixed rate note. Okay, by purchasing these notes for either $5,000 or $10,000, you will agree to a term of either 3, 5, or 10 years. Okay, what that means is that you're going to be drawing a monthly distribution check on your money from the first month. 1 month after you invest, you will start getting a distribution check back into your account. So now, what do we invest in? As I said, small to medium-sized businesses and real estate investments. That's what we do with the money. That's what we do with the money. The products that we offer you, so that you can get into that. Because look, we all want to be business owners. We all want to have real estate. We all want to do all this stuff. But do you have time to do the fix and flip? Do you have time to buy the business, learn how to run the business, hire the team, do the stuff, and make sure that it's scalable and profitable? Probably not. And the thing is when you're coming at it from an investment standpoint, that's not what you're here to do. What you're here to do is put your money to work for you. That's it. Now, a lot of folks that are not at that accredited level or at that, $200,000, $300,000 a year level really don't understand how to even do that on a major scale. That's where these fixed rate notes come in. On the 3-year fixed rate note, you're going to generate $1,350. It's a total of $6,350 at maturity in just 36 months. And that's the shortest term product that we have with the lowest payout. When you go to the 5-year note, you want to go for a full 5 years and let your money sit. It's the same $5,000. You're going to end up making $2,500 off of that, right? So when you recoup your $5,000, you're looking at $7,500, right? So you got $7,500. You made 1.5 times your money in 60 months. That's awesome. The bank doesn't give you that, folks. There's nobody out there just handing out deals like that. If you move it on up, stepping on up to the $10,000 deal, look, if you got $10,000, you got an old IRA, you got an old 401k, you want to roll that over into self-directed IRA and then stick it into a note, purchase a note with it. You want to use your card, use your debit card, however that works, Cash App, Venmo, Bitcoin, what have you. We can do that too, guys. You got $10,000, you're going to get an 11% annual percentage yield, right? 11% APY. It's going up, guys. The more you got, the more you hold, the bigger the payout is. On this one, you're going to get $91.67 a month. You're going to total $5,500 on your money. $5,500. Look, that's 155% over that 5-year period. 155%. You're going to make your money and then another half. That's 1.5, guys. 1.5 on your money. That's beautiful. And it only takes you 5 years to do it. 5 years. I promise you, go to the bank right now and set up one of those credit builder loans. It's gonna be $200 or $300 or something like that. What is it, $1,000, something like that? I think it's $1,000, something like that. And they're gonna take a couple $100 a month, what have you. You're gonna end up paying more, and then they're just gonna give you your money back, saying that you got still shitty credit. Or look, let's take 10 years. Let's take that $10,000 401k. It's been sitting there since 2 jobs ago, right? And let's go ahead and get this flat rate or this fixed rate note at 12% APY, right? That means next month, you're going to get a $100 check. And the month after that, you're going to get a $100 check. And the month after that, you're going to get a $100 check. And you're going to get a $100 check for the next 120 months, which comes out to 10 years. Look, guys, you're going to make $12,000 on your money. You're going to make 220% return on investment. That's what a fixed rate note does. This isn't some wishy-washy investment. This is not one of those deals that says, oh, if the business is successful, they'll pay us. If in 3 to 5 to 7 years, if they flip the house or the business or sell the property, then we get paid. Oh, no, that's not what this is. This is a fixed rate investment, all right? You are buying a fixed rate note. It is a purchase, is what it is. You are purchasing a fixed rate note. And I'm trying to say this over and over and over again because I want you to understand exactly the details of this, right? This is not a bond. This is not a security. This is not a stock. This is not a certificate of ownership or a certificate of distribution. This is a promissory note that has a fixed rate of return. Okay, it's exactly what that is. And that's what makes it legal for you, regular Joe to come and purchase, because it's not a bond or a security or a stock that has to be registered with the SEC just so that we can do this. No, it is just like going and buying a business with creative financing, or purchasing a home with seller financing. It's exactly the same type of process, except what you get to do is invest into real businesses that make real profits today. Okay. The 5-year note at $5,000. Look, guys, 150% over the 5-year period, 155% over the $10,000 5-year note. The 10-year note's a 220% over the 10-year period. I don't know where else you're going to make that kind of money, guys. You're looking at over doubling your money. 2.2 times, right? 2.2 times, and all you got to do is let it sit there, and you're going to be drawing your money every month, just getting that little old check. Now let's see here. How are you going to pay for it? How's that work? Look, we take credit and debit cards. We do wire transfers. We even take Bitcoin, Cash App, Venmo, Ethereum, and all that jazz. We want it to be easy for regular Joe to put his money to work for him. So if you are ready to invest, there's going to be a button on this deck that I'm going to be sending out to all of you guys. Now, what if $5,000 is still too much? What if $10,000 just seems like a dream? What if that's the case? What if that is the case? Well, guys, we do offer flexible payment options. And when I say flexible payment options, I'm talking about very flexible, folks. We're talking about monthly payments. Hey, if monthly's hard for you, maybe that's hard. Maybe, $400 or $500 a month is hard. How about weekly payments? Maybe you're a waitress that gets paid daily in tips. Maybe you're somebody who works at a car wash, and it's you only make a small amount of hourly wage, and then you get those tips that you rely on. You know that you could put a little in each week, but you may not have $300 to $400 to $500 every month at a time. We understand that, and we have designed programs for you. Now, how does that work? Okay, how does that exactly work? If you're making payments on it, we can't obviously make payments to you. Let's explain that. Because of the increments that we sell are $5,000 and $10,000 notes. Okay, we'll let you join a $5,000 or $10,000 program. Okay, it's exactly what it is. It is a payment program. We've got the 5K silver card membership and then a 10K gold card membership. Either one of these, basically what it is now you will not make the same return. I'll tell you right now, you can do the math on this. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes, but it's this. If you want to get into an investment and you need financing to do it, we're still going to allow that to happen. All right, we're going to put you on a monthly payment schedule. There is a registration fee for each one of these programs that allows us to get going. Okay, after that, it's broken down into 12 payments. You got an entire year to pay off that whole unit. Okay, it could be done in monthly payments. It could be done in weekly payments. Once that unit is paid for, once that note has been completely purchased, you start drawing your distribution the very following month. Okay, the very following month. So if it takes you a year to pay that thing off, well, guess what? You got to join a real investment that makes a real return, and it only took you 1 year of a money lockup. That's amazing, folks. I don't know how else to offer a better deal than that.